What's up, everyone? This is the BumCast presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Hey, Bum fans, Bears football is back, and it's time to hit the field with the biggest, baddest sportsbook in the game, Circa Sports. Sports betting the way Chicago deserves it. No bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports hooks you up with player-friendly pricing, better in-game options, top-tier customer service, and more. From money lines to touchdown props, first half to final. Take your shot with the Circa Sports app. Bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. I'm your host, HBAC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Joey P, Dougie Fresh. Happy Monday, gents. It is not a Bears victory Monday, unfortunately, but it is still a Monday. And we're going to hope that our good boy, Dougie Fresh, he's not getting a case of the Telemundo internet tonight.
There's a possibility. He's about like 6 seconds behind us. So it might be Telemundo. It might not be. This might be a bit. We don't know. We'll find out during the show.
We're just going to be talking, and Dougie's going to jump in not knowing where we're at right now.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Dougie,
just start talking. Just jump in whenever you can.
You're going to let Dougie kick off every topic, and then we'll catch up to him.
Yeah, that's a good way of fighting it.
Waiting for.
Now we're waiting. That's nothing. There's either the delay is too big. The delay is too big. Dougie, all right, here we'll do it live right here. I'm gonna stop talking and we'll just wait to see when Dougie starts.
I can hear you guys.
Go.
Yeah, so like I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Tough scenes.
Oh man, we'll figure it out, man. It wouldn't be the first time we had a Telemundo internet problem. So Dougie might be in and out. He's gonna try to get his internet issues fixed out. Comcast might get bummed of the week later on. I think what we need is, I saw people saying that like T-Mobile fiber is coming in the area. I think Comcast needs some healthy competition in the internet streets so they can get their shit together.
This is a conversation I had with Julie, and it's because she works from home, obviously takes a lot of meetings, does a lot of things, online constantly. We got 2 kids. They're always on their tablets. I'm down here most of the days streaming to the world like crazy. I don't like to give this guy credit, but I think we might try the Starlink thing. Because I know Elon's internet like always works no matter what. It could be storms. It could be tornadoes. It could be, like anything. So yeah, if anybody, I mean, we've never shied away from a sponsor. Elon, Starlink, T-Mobile, I don't care who it is. We need it.
Yeah. I got a notification that T-Mobile is going to start like installing in our area, and they're going to have like unfettered access to my property to like dig and stuff. And I'm like, that seems blatantly illegal for them to just like be like, come on my yard, and I'm supposed to like give them property to start digging up and dropping fiber into behind my house or whatever.
The whole eminent domain thing?
Yeah, I think I'm getting eminent domain, man, because I had a thing like they're going to give you a notice that when they're arriving, but like you're not supposed to like prohibit them. They're supposed to have access, like make sure they're like your gates are, accessible and not padlocked or anything, so they can, get there. And if you have any like underground irrigation systems or in sprinkler systems, stuff like that, like you're supposed to tell them so they can.
No, that's their job. They
gotta
call Julie.
Yeah,
not my Julie, the digging Julie.
Yeah, so it's a little hunky, a little wonky if you ask me, but I don't like the fact they can just start coming in my yard and start digging up everything.
No, they better be giving every homeowner free access to their services for that. As long as they own the home, they move out, then so be it.
All right, Dougie, you're going iPhone.
I'm going iPhone.
Okay, this might work.
So it's all I can do. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I got all the bars in the world. I just tested the internet speed. It's working fine. I don't know.
Can you horizontal it, or because I'm freaking out, man.
You are freaking out, man. Call Julie before you dig.
I froze him.
No,
He might. I mean, if the iPhone's not working, we know something's up, man. Because like the iPhone's typically good on StreamYard, even when like the internet's bad. I got what you called what do they call targeted ad? I told you about this, Jason. I got targeted ad. I got these brand new headphones. They're Bluetooth, but they're like retro, like an old Walkman headphone set. And when I saw them, I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, I need them. They're right up my wheelhouse, nostalgia, everything like that. I connected them today, put them on. I feel like I look like an idiot. I don't like these headphones at all.
Are those like the super like tight band though? So like when you let go, they snap.
Yeah,
back
they're
on your
tight.
ears?
They're like an 80s Walkman.
Because those
type-
things, those things like if you like let go, those things will smack into your earbud, man.
Yep. You don't want to smack a temple or anything. You'll knock yourself out.
I told Jason, I got to get my money's worth, so I got to use them at least a couple shows, but I might be going back to the AirPods or just the regular headphones. But yeah, look at this. Look, I feel like I'm like straight out of the 80s.
Quick super chat from Gordo. No Johnny, I'm out. Screw Joey P. Damn, times
Woo!
are tough in these streets.
Johnny,
yeah.
Johnny, if you're watching, we might need the super sub because we're going through it. We're all going through it right now. But we're gonna power on. This is not our first rodeo. We've had technical difficulties in the past. Ain't no big deal.
All right, Dougie's back.
Okay, I can't do horizontal. That's what just kicked it off. So when I went horizontal, it like automatically shuts off the camera.
Okay.
So
leave it how it go. Leave it how it is.
Yes.
You're going 4-3.
Yes, but I'm on the Wi-Fi with this. So this has got to be like a StreamYard thing. I don't know.
Oh, maybe a laptop, tablet, Fire book. What is it? Chromebook?
Could be. It's a Dell.
Adele? What's he doing nowadays?
Still heavy.
Mm-hmm. See, I knew somebody was gonna say something. He says I look like Warren from Something About Mary. I don't like that comparison, Gordo. You son of a gun.
Have you seen my baseball?
That's why you gotta get the Walkman, Peter.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. But let's continue the show.
Yeah,
right.
Best friends with Brett Favre. That's a rough scene.
Oof. We have to fire Polonia off that principle if he's best friends with Brett Favre.
No, that's slander now. Now we can't go that far. I don't like this.
Behave, guys. Behave.
Dougie's not struggling, but I don't think he's struggling as much as Peter's friend from the other day is struggling.
Oh my God! So I talked to you guys. You know, we do pre-show and we got like, what does everybody got for banter this week and stuff like that. And typically our White Sox talk is saved for like somewhere in the middle of the show, and we have it sponsored by JP Graz. To find people at tasterealchicago.com. But I don't want them to be part of this nonsense because I've been thinking about this for the better part of 2.5 days. For the people listening on the podcast, thank you guys for listening on the podcast form, but this is more of a visual show, especially today. So go to our YouTubes and check it out. But I ran into this guy at the Sox on Saturday. If this was soccer, we'd be calling this guy a full kit wanker. He is a guy in an Abreu uniform, full pinstripes, pants. He's got Air Force Ones. But then Julie was the one that pointed him out. I'm like, I got to take a picture of this guy. He's either had a horrible accident in his pants, he sat on like an ice cream sandwich or a campfire milkshake, or this is some sort of performance art. Like, I thought maybe like he lost one of these fantasy football bets. You know, like this is the time of year where like you lose fantasy football bets and you have to do something embarrassing. Or maybe like he's part of like some sort of Chicago version of Impractical Jokers. Like something was up because he was walking around the stadium like this. He's at the bar and he's got full poopy pants from the looks of it. So I just wanted to ask you guys because I've been thinking about this for 2 days now. And I'm like, what was this? Is this a prank? Is this an accident? Did he not know?
You know what though? I think you kind of nailed it. I didn't think about it at first. I thought maybe he sat in something accidentally. But you're right. This might
ice cream sandwich.
You're right. This might be fantasy football punishment. That this looks because like here's the thing. Like when you shit your pants. Not that I ever have. but I've seen people who have.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we believe that.
It might have been a shark, but I never shit. There's a difference. You're gonna get a streaked out. That seems a little too centralized, right?
Too perfect, right? Too
Yeah.
perfect.
So if you literally have like the loose shit your pants, you're gonna have something streaking. You're gonna have some dots down the seams, and it seems a little too centralized for me. So I'm gonna go with now. And now you mentioned it. I'm going fantasy football bet.
Okay, Joey, thoughts?
Original thought when you showed me this picture at the game Saturday night was potentially he spilled the family-size campfire milkshake all over himself. But you guys both are making a great point right now how this could be staged punishment of some type. You never know. Maybe there was a sports bet made, and he's really upset at Jose Abreu for crapping his pants, and he lost his bet. And this is his way of getting back at Abreu.
That could be Dougie. Now you've told the story on the podcast before.
Yeah.
You've had an issue with white shorts and a comedy show once before. Do you think you're sympathizing with the Abreu here, or you think this is more performance art?
No, this is 100% a bit. A1, you don't have that much substance without knowing what's going on. Okay, so like it's way too much. It's too like see now. If they did a little bit less and it was a little bit more subtle, like, I mean, we've seen somebody at a White Sox game do this before, not naming any names, but when it's a little bit less subtle, that's when you know that it's real. Like I said, I mean, full disclosure, we've all had a shart here or there. Like when you shart, you're like, oh shit, like, did I full blown shit myself?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You panic.
Like,
You go into full panic mode.
Yes, you go into full fucking panic mode. So in A2, like the other reason why I think it's a bit is because he's in full uniform. Like there are very rare amount of people that do the full uniform bit. So yeah. In A2, like A3, if he did sit in something, again, you're gonna feel that, like with that much, like we've all like sat in something, like back up to it and like, oh, you're like, oh, it ain't that much. That is a lot. So yeah, 100% a bit. I mean, I give it credit. It's awesome. It's a conversation starter, especially like you guys said, if it is indeed like a fantasy football punishment, I mean, kudos. It's good stuff.
And to be fair, when I'm at the park, I'm as friendly as they come. I don't mind going up to this guy and asking, hey, what the hell happened here? Or like, hey, dude, like, what's the story?
Yeah.
But we had just gotten our hot dogs, and Julie was ready to eat. And I'm like, you know what? On the off chance this is something worse, I'm like, I don't want to ruin my dinner.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, I have to say, though, you're 2 for 2 with photos at Sox games. First, you had the lady in the Clevenger jersey, and now you have the pedo poopy pants.
Maybe just like shenanigans just follow me. Like I'm a magnet for this nonsense. So it's good for content.
You need a Twitter account like baloney around the park, and then just
that's not a bad. You know what? I'm gonna start that. It's gotta be. You guys gotta give me like a catchy name. It's gotta be like something concourse or like lower, maybe like lower level losers or something that we could do that. But I will do that because I said I want to go to more games before the end of the season. So
and like if it starts taking off, then you have people who give you the anonymous submissions.
Yeah, I like this.
Look at this guy I saw at the park. Fuck him.
I like it.
Yeah, people of Walmart meet Sox Park. That's exactly right. Now, we're going to talk about the 500 level later in the show. That's the real people of Walmart, if we're being honest. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But yeah, there's more poop talk. You got the poopy pants. I told you guys pre-show, there's probably a very good chance I might have to hop off for a few minutes. we're older. We got to, do regular routine checks. I had to go do a test today, and they make you drink the stupid liquid for the pre-test, and get you all for the dye or whatever to do your scans, and yeah, it says on the package may cause diarrhea, and I'll tell you, man, Beefloaf's chart when he had on the podcast last week, his poop chart, I've been a number 6 for the past like 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
They weren't joking about that man. I did lose, hey, it's a good way to lose some weight though. Shed those water pounds.
Yeah. See, I think I think the chart is backwards, because like the real liquid diarrhea should be considered 1. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more of a number 1 than it is a number 2. So I think the chart is backwards.
It's almost like, what's the war thing where it's like
Yeah.
DEFCON 1 is
right.
Yeah, DEFCON 1 is technically DEFCON 5, or like it should be switched like that. Yeah, you're right with that, Dougie.
I agree.
So, if you're listening and you hear some rumbling, some bubbling, sorry, I'm apologizing in advance.
Although you, I'll be honest with you. Cheers to Steph. You're from where you are to where your bathroom is. That's like a precarious run or waddle, if you will. Like it's not you don't have a quick getaway.
I do not. I have to make sure I make sure it's timed perfectly.
We got Sichuan Salami says, never apologize for the bubble guts, King. That's a comment. That's comment of the week so far. I like that.
JT says, is that why you have a 108 shirt on and not a bum shirt? You know what? I actually finally got this in the mail. I ordered this whenever it went on for the Sox charities.
Yeah.
I just got it like 2 weeks ago.
That's White Sox business for you.
Yeah, right.
Did they completely forget about my shirt, man? Like,
no, they just had to wait for the sweatshop to print it and send it to you.
Oh, so, Joey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, hermanos. We had an awesome weekend. So, I mean, I know we're going to get into some tailgate talk here in a moment, but it's just great weekend overall and a lot of fun on Saturday at the ballpark. I mean, we saw a lot of folks that we haven't seen in a minute, and we saw a lot of folks return from last month's tailgate. But it's just great seeing, especially a lot of new faces. Like I'm out there helping you, Jason, and Mary and Sarah hand out the wristbands, right? As we tag folks as they come in, and see a lot of newer folks showing up. So that's good to see. It's great to meet a lot of new people. It's helping the community grow, which is part of what all this is about.
We've been saying it, like, we'll talk a little bit about it when we get to Sox Talk. Enjoy these tailgates because there might not be many left of them. So,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. We talked to a good amount of people during the tailgate and even post tailgate at the game and stuff like that. The squeeze out might be real. So. It's scary.
Yeah. Real quick, Gordo says, when's the Bums Fantasy Football Draft? You know what? I think we kind of decided as a collective, like, not to do it. I think I gotta delete that league.
It's also one of these things where it's like the saying of like no one wants to hear about your fantasy team. Like I think it's true. Like when we're in it, we want to talk about it, but like the general public does not care about 12 people league or
my injury or my constantly injured teams,
free agents and stuff like that.
Oh, I was 10 points away and my guy got injured. Like,
I will say, housekeeping, we do plan on doing the fantasy football spectacular like we do every year. It probably won't be a BumCast for those same reasons. We're going to keep the BumCast kind of the same, especially now that the White Sox are good and the Bears are ramping up. We're going to keep those as BumCasts, and then anything extra, well, we might have, some big games for the White Sox, like post games or something like that. Those will be separate. Fantasy football separate, kind of separation of church and state, if you will.
Yeah, and if you're listening, John Dabari, check your DMs.
Yeah, also true.
I don't know why you would be scared, Peter.
Yeah, I ain't scared of no JT. I ain't scared of no one.
You didn't win.
Yeah, you didn't win, JT.
You ain't first, you're last. All right. Let's get to some White Sox talk, shall we, gents? Because our White Sox talk is always fueled by our friends at TasteFieldChicago.com and JP Graziano's. I hope everyone had to get to try some of those JP Graziano subs at Whiskey at Comiskey on Saturday. But if you haven't, stop at the West Loop location, grab some lunch or late night beef, and visit them online, TasteFieldChicago.com. Get your beef kits. Football season's right around the corner. You need that beefs for football, some muffaletta, some seasoning, some giardiniera. Get everything you need for your meats. You won't regret it. On the fly.
I gotta say, like this was the first time that, in credit to Baloney, last tailgate, he really like pushed me to try something besides the Mr. G. Don't get me wrong, I still had the Mr. G, but I just did the straight prosciutto this time, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I had one too as well.
Yeah,
it was good.
The one thing that I do want to get back though, and I do regret big time, is I didn't try the roast beef last time, and we didn't have it this time. But
roast beef was phenomenal. I said like just knowing how good that roast beef is, and I said it last tailgate, and I haven't done it, but now the weather is getting cooler. It's more football season. I got to make it out to a night window. I got to try the Italian beef night window. Maybe like before a Hawks game, or after if they're still open. But like I got to make sure like we get that beef.
Yeah,
JT, we're talking beefs, not burgers. Stay on topic. All right, so I'm happy you guys. If you like the roast beef, I ordered the prosciuttos, but maybe we'll bring back the beef for the last tail. The
prosciuttos were fantastic.
No, they're awesome.
Keep the prosciutto. Keep that for sure.
Keep pursuing the prosciutto.
So, but yeah, hopefully everyone who came out on Saturday got to try some of the Mr. G's, and we want to thank our new sponsors as well. Sun Cruiser, that was a big hit. I think they were very happy with the turnout, and I think they underestimated how much product they needed to bring for the tailgate. So expect more on September 26th. And then also to our friend Raven, who is a Whiskey at Comiskey vet. She returned, but she's on the tequila side now. Instead of doing Michter's, she's on doing tequila, and she had some very nice tasty pours from Santa Leza and Terralta tequilas. And apparently they were a big hit. So because those bottles went.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And then as always, we had our friends at Off Hours Brewing, supplying their beers, and yeah, it was just a good time with everyone, and obviously Circa Sports, helping us out and everything. Hopefully you guys stopped by their table, signed up. We appreciate it if you did. Download the app, make an account, do all that fun stuff. Help us, help you, help us, help them. And we can't wait for September 26th. But all around good tailgate vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a good
Absolutely.
time. I know our guy Adrian from Circa Sport had a couple family members attend the tailgate. Everyone was having a good time. And that's what it's all about, right? Like we talked about it before. A lot of new faces, a lot of like they keep growing. It's a great thing. A lot of it has to do with the White Sox being good, and there's meaningful baseball on the South Side for the first time in a long time. So we're excited about it. But yeah, it was really good. I got one last slide. We got to thank.
Obviously,
Malort,
I forgot. Yes, Malort and Jasmine too for. We got so many sponsors now, man. It's like a farmer's market. I swear to God, I have to.
Dude, I joked about it, and I think I want to do it. Like for the last tailgate of the year, I kind of want to do like a NASCAR jacket with all of our sponsors as a thank you. But it really is. I'm gonna look like Dale Earnhardt Jr. out there with like a bunch of different liquor sponsors and Sun Cruiser and Circa and JP's and everyone. I think I'm gonna get that. Jose, if you're listening, I might have to hit you up for some stitching because it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah. Like the other way I was thinking we could do it too. We've been doing that opening day T-shirt with like the band thing. Wouldn't it look awesome to have all of our sponsors look like a festival T-shirt with the fucking different logos and shit with the
that's not
date?
a bad idea, Dougie. Hell yeah, that's a good idea. I like it.
And we had a local celebrity in the house too.
Kylie Miller from CBS2 Chicago. This is her second tequila Comiskey arrival. So she came with some of the the morning show team from Channel 2 Chicago.
Gotta
Very
bring the
cool.
cameras out there next time. We gotta tell her get the crew out there. Let's get some B footage, some B roll.
Some B-roll.
Thank you for enjoying our booze and food. Get to work and bring your mic and cameras next time. No,
No,
enjoy
come
your
and have
Saturday
it.
off.
She don't have to. She don't
It's
have
her
to
day
work.
off.
She don't have to work. Make the weekend people work. Also, she's a weather lady. Like they work on. They don't get any days off. They're on call 24/7.
Fantastic weather on Saturday, though. I got to tell
Oh,
you,
yeah.
we've had some shit luck this summer in Chicago in general, but it couldn't have been more of a perfect day on Saturday.
No, 100%.
Hell
100%. So yeah, we got one tailgate left for the year. We're running it back for the bourbon, so expect that. We are going to have our tequilas still there, but expect the bourbon to be back. It's going to be end of September. Fall is going to be ramping up. Football is going to be in force. Those bourbons are going to taste nice on a great 60-degree day in Lot B. Before we get into some playoff baseball. Playoffs, but yeah, we were told unfortunately that Malort won't be able to make the last tailgate of the year, so we'll try to get her out for a Bears watch party, so you can try some of her awesome fall flavors. She does the caramel apple. She had the pumpkin, the candy corn. She had some good stuff last year, so can't wait to do those again.
Yeah, I'm not a candy corn guy, and I know candy corn Malort sounds like hell on earth, and I promise you guys, it was really good last time we had it.
It was. It was like adding trash to a dumpster fire, and it was a perfect marriage. It was good stuff.
I remember she also did last year around that same time the those candy peach ring, sour peach rings. She did that one too. That was a crowd pleaser.
Yep. All right. So some actual baseball talk. Kind of a weird week for the Sox. They got walked off a couple times. They walked it off a couple times. Braves kind of, handled them, shut them down. So they split the season series with the Cubs, but they lost 2 of 3 in Wrigley. And I will say, though, that even though we got walked off back-to-back nights against the Cubs, Cubs fans were puffing their chests, and rightfully so. It's every time you walk it off. But, one of those games was our bullpen game, was a bullpen game for us. You barely beat us both times. So a win is a win, a loss is a loss, but I don't think Sox fans have anything to, be upset about, because it is a good Cubs team, even though they, we were on the road, it's Chicago, whatever. But, we had a chance to lock it down, and we didn't. We could have swept them in Wrigley, but we didn't. It's the nuts. But again, 2 of those were bullpen games, and you barely beat us on those games. So walked off, but I'm not happy. I'm not upset about the way the Sox played last week against the Cubs.
Yeah, I mean, they played 5 of those 6 games could have gone either way. I mean, the Cubs killed us the first game at the rate, and other than that, any of those games could have gone either way. You guys know me; I'm a soccer fan. If this was soccer, the White Sox won on run differential. If it was goal differential, so we won the series, even though they were split 3-3. But yeah, it goes back to what we say about they just play well against good teams, and that's what you're gonna have to do coming down the stretch, right? And I know people are, obviously you want to win 2 out of 3 against the Cubs, but they're a really good team. They're really good at home. The Sox are still 6-4 in their last 10. I feel like people are acting like the sky is falling and this team is kind of regressing, and they kind of are because of the lack of starting pitching and the offense not being as successful as it's been all summer long. But they're still in first place. They're still right now 3.5 games out. I know it. If we're being honest, 3.5 games up. I'm sorry. People are acting like they're 3.5 down, but obviously the lead is a lot more comfortable when it's 4.5, 5.5 like it was last week. But they still went 6-4. If you keep winning series, that should handle itself. So there is some things to worry about. I know there's some things we probably have to nitpick on, but like overall, like they're still overachieving and overperforming almost across the board. So yeah, like I said, just enjoy meaningful baseball in the fall.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I did take the day off of work and I went to that Thursday game against the Braves, and they were just lifeless. They were lifeless, and it was hard to watch. But then, like I kept reminding people in the stand, the White Sox were going for the sweep with that win. So we still took 2 out of 3 from the Braves, like, so that's the way you got to look at it. And I know it's a long-term play and everything like that. And I would have absolutely loved for them to get that victory or just play like they had a little bit of heart in them. But honestly, they seem like a team that came back from the road and not just like Chicago. They seem like the team that flew in and they were just dead. They were lifeless. And it sucked because like I was really excited because I was like, oh, it's going to be a semi-empty park, yada yada. It really wasn't. All things considered, for it being a makeup game and not only that, but like a day game, there was actually a decent amount of people there. I mean, like that that makeup day game probably would have rivaled some of the crowds like last year, like on a Thursday night game. Like they had a decent amount of people there. They just were lifeless, and it sucked. But is what it is. You kind of not to Pedro Gafral this, but you got to flush that one out and start off your next series.
Yeah, Dougie, I agree with you on that. You got to flush it. No poop intended, Jason. But you think about this weekend against the Mets, right? And we walk off 2 out of the 3 games. The offense right now to me, it just it seems a bit stagnant when it comes to just producing runs. Playing the small ball stuff, which I think they did pretty good amount of in earlier the first half of the season, and they're just like totally relying on the long ball. If they're not hitting dingers and going back to back to back like they did the other night, then we're looking at basically 1-run differential games. And even though they've got a pretty decent record at winning those this season, that's not how you want to finish the rest of the season off. I mean, I think I heard on the radio that the rest of the White Sox schedule going this last month into the season is supposed to be pretty decent for them. Competition wise, they should be able to pick up a few more series and pad this first place lead. The thing is, though, I mean, I want them to just be on fire. I want this offense clicking on all cylinders, and you just hope that either guys are getting days off to rest up for the playoffs. But I just want to go into playoffs guns blazing, literally.
Absolutely. But yeah, so take away those losses though, but we still took 2 or 3 from the Mets. So good to see the walk-offs. Obviously Tristan Peters walking it off the other day was awesome. But Jake Rogers, gets that home run. The girl went viral at the end, losing all the condoms of the purse. That was kind of a funny moment. But yeah, it again, we've always said though that like the Sox, they don't quit, no matter what. And when the Sox come down from 4, like Friday night, they're down 4-0. They smash their way back and they win that game on walk-off style. Awesome. Like that's what they needed after losing with the Cubs. And then, obviously you don't want Lou Bob to fucking come back and beat you. Right. He kind of did on Saturday with the 2 home runs. And, that kind of, at least for me, pissed me off because it's like, that's what we're kind of hoping you could do for us. And then you didn't, because you're injured 95% of the time. But that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth Saturday night, seeing him come back and hit 2 home runs on us. So, but in the end, you said, take 2 or 3. That's all that matters. Keep stacking the wins. Get the pad up on the standings, and magic number 29, boys. So we're under 30 now.
And that's something you keep doing, the magic number thing. And I said I'm not gonna, give it like the attention because of my superstitions until we get closer to the 20s and stuff. I think it's time. I think I have to start, supporting and quote tweeting the Jason Magic Number account because I was having a couple conversations in Lot B. Well, one was with White Sox Dave, and a couple with it was White Sox Dave, Aloha Mr. Hand, and Josh Nelson, and we were talking about how like the expectations I titled this Great Expectations because there's expectations on both the White Sox and now the Bears, and we're gonna talk about both teams, but like I think I've switched from worrying about and we still should be like the division is like number one focus, right? You got to win the division. You got to like keep your foot on their necks and don't let off. But it keeps flip-flopping. Right now it's Cleveland 3.5. Now Detroit's fallen back, even though they were hot in a little bit, and the Twins are kind of fluttering right in between there basically the whole season. But like I mentioned to those guys, I've almost switched into looking at them and then just focusing on the 2 seed. I think that's where my focus is right now. Even though, like, obviously you should be focusing on the division, I want them to win that. They almost need to win that 2 seed because the way this team is constructed and the way this pitching is, or lack of starting pitching, those 3 home games and the first round bye is huge. So it's like it's almost night and day difference of like what this team could look like in the playoffs if you've got like rest and your 3 starters and everything else kind of just falls into place. So like I think that's where my focus is, Jay. Magic Number is great. I'm gonna retweet it. I'm gonna start quote tweeting it and everything. But it's like I want that. I need the Magic Number for that 2 seed is what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, having a 3-man rotation right now is definitely not ideal, especially when one of those pitchers is Luis Castillo, and he just can't get his shit together, kind of on and off. Davis Meyer, I was trying to check and see right here if anyone had an idea when he was supposed to.
It sounded like he was gonna get like
he simulated, right? He threw a couple.
Yeah,
of
he threw he threw a bullpen. I thought he saw that like he had a bullpen session, and then they were gonna. I think the last time I checked, Merck said that they were gonna give him like a rehab start, but then I haven't heard when that's gonna happen or when that's gonna be. But that's the main thing, right? Like if Davis Martin could come back from that blister / arm fatigue or whatever you want to call it, and get back to what he was somewhere in the first 2 months of the season, that's going to be huge for the White Sox. If he comes back and he's just as bad as he was when he left, disaster. It's crazy that like we're hanging on one guy, but like that's really all I'm like we could talk about like, September call-ups, but that's realistically only one pitcher and one batter. Like it's not going to make all that much of a difference. It's like Davis Martin is your last hope to kind of figure out this starting pitching right now.
Yeah. So speaking of injuries here, just in September call-ups. So obviously this wasn't going to happen, but number 1 pick Rock Chalowski, he was shut down for the year now minor league season's coming to a close right now, so it doesn't really, when I say shut down for the season, it's probably not as bad as it sounds, but Rock is shut down for the year with some right wrist soreness. Former first round pick 2 Billy Carlson, he's got a skin infection, so he's getting shut down.
Marion
I
Hossa
saw
vibes.
Yeah. Drew Thorpe, he's still on the rehabbing, so he's getting a rehab start on Tuesday. And Kyle Teal, he's going to start a rehab assignment tomorrow. So we might get some Kyle Teal back sooner than later.
Did you guys see the video Kyle Teal running the bases at Sox Park this weekend?
No.
I didn't.
It did not look great. I mean, obviously they're just, no, it's fine. Like it's 1 7-second video of him rounding first base, and like it could be just him stretching his legs and warming up and stuff like that. But I saw that and I'm like, ugh, like just don't have him catch. Like if he can come back, give him a couple spot starts and have him DH a little bit. Like I just don't know how healthy Kyle Teal is gonna be for this stretch run where we're really gonna need him. Like I just kept talking about like I'm putting all my eggs in the Davis Martin basket because we kind of need them. A lot of people are waiting for Kyle Teal to come back because we really need to shore up that catcher position. I just don't know how that's gonna go.
How bad was the run? Is it like Herb Lawrence is going to challenge him to an alley race bad,
Herb
or
Lawrence is quick on his
I know,
feet.
yeah,
Herb is,
Up until he took that tumble, he was cooking.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it was somewhere in between Herb Lawrence and Gabriel on Shields.
okay, all right, fair.
And then here's another nugget of news for you guys to digest. So another Sox top prospect, Caleb Bonnemer. He's shortstop, third base, infielder. You know, we've always said there's watch it there. That they got a log jam of infielders. Sox have him up in Double-A right now, and they're going to start giving him games in center field later this week. So Caleb Bonnemer taking the center field glove now.
Okay.
And he's got 33 home runs between Double-A and High A this season. So the power with him is pretty good. Overall, he's hitting 249, so he's kind of, you know, boom or bust, I guess you want to say. But 33 home runs, between High A and Double-A, getting a test in center field. I'm ready for it, man. You got to start figuring out where you're going to play these guys, right? You know, you don't want to lose all of them, and probably one or two of them is going to have to be traded eventually. But you got to figure out which ones are in for the long haul. And it sounds like Caleb Bonnemer might be the guy who's in it for a long haul if he can pick up an outfield glove.
I mean, you just don't trade that power for nothing. Like obviously, like that kind of power is something where it could help in September, October. But yeah, it's good that like a lot of the times, especially in the MLB draft, more than any other position, it's like where are you going to play these guys? And it's like a lot of these motherfuckers are young and athletic. You can play them in a bunch of different positions. And I've been one of the guys that have been really vocal about like don't do the White Sox of Christmas past, if you will. Like I would say, don't fucking switch positions because we saw it with Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets and a bunch of other people. But that's almost a different organization unto itself. So like I trust the current administration and I trust the people in charge now that like, yeah, this guy's probably young enough that you could move him to center. And if it's not really center, then it could be left and right. Cause we saw what happened with Sam Antonacci, right? Like we were like, oh, what is this going to look? And he's been more than serviceable defensively. Obviously he's a spark plug at the top of the lineup, but like even in the early part of Sam Antonacci's White Sox career in the majors, like, he never really like. There was a couple plays in the beginning where he looked lost, but I mean, young guys pick it up quick. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Billy Carlson can do, or like all these guys. Like it's not just like Caleb Bonner. Like move them all if you have to. Just find spots for them.
I got to be honest with you, man. I was half listening to what you just said because as soon as you made that reference, I thought Jerry Reinsdorf is the perfect Scrooge. That would be awesome. He would be perfect. Penny pinching. Yeah, I'll be nice.
You know what? I'm gonna say something nice about Jerry. Because did you guys see that Tristan Peters video with the ring?
Yeah, the silver ring. Come on now. Come on. It was a nice effort. It was a nice effort. Yes, you are correct. The sentiment was there, but then the cheapness of Jerry with probably the 9999 silver. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all those rings are like those Justin rings you get for like senior year high school.
Right. Yeah, my parents even sprung for 10 karat.
You sure it wasn't white gold?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He orders them from a catalog, no Jacob the jeweler.
Jason, you know what stood out about that video is not only is like, oh man, he's actually doing something nice for once. He looked spry. He looked young. He looked spry. He looked like he's got some. I'm like, oh boy.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you're a fucking billionaire. You have access to the best health kit. You have to bags of vials of blood and best doctors.
Hey, let me play the devil's advocate. We didn't actually see that live. It was probably AI.
Yeah, typically, this nowadays, I think Sean W. Anderson said something similar. And
That's
like,
what I'm
this
saying.
AI is getting crazy nowadays.
Dude,
Where
all
it
they
made
got to do.
Jerry Reinsdorf 10 years younger.
Exactly. Make Jerry look healthier. One sentence, and the whole video changes.
Yeah, but we're all talking about, Justin Ishbia come to save us. I'm like, oh boy, it might be the the extended time, like the 2031 or whatever the year it was.
Yeah, that would happen for this. That would be what typical Sox fans have to deal with when it comes to luck. All right, so yeah, we are currently getting our asses handed to us, 8-2
Shit.
against Texas. So this is not a good one for the boys tonight. Chalk this one up as an L, but you never know. They don't quit. So we'll see if they come back. But other Sox news, kind of some bad, like, even though we mentioned it when we were talking Whiskey at Comiskey, we might get squeezed out for our tailgates because the people at the Amtrak had their community forum, whatever you want to call it, and they're taking over lots C and G.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard through the grapevine that Lot B is going to be season ticket holders next season, which sucks for us because
full season.
Full season. Yes.
Yeah, full season ticket holders. Yeah.
Yes. So that means, since none of us are full season ticket holders, that we're not tailgating in Lot B next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the plan of going to C probably isn't happening either because the Amtrak plan is happening beginning of 2027. They're moving light years faster than the Bears were. If this was Kevin Warren building Amtrak maintenance station, I'm good, man. We got tailgates for 10 years. But Amtrak does not move at that snail's pace, and we can't go back to G. We can't go to C. A sucks.
Right.
We might be stuck in Lot E or F.
I was talking with Josh, and obviously he was the one. He did the deep dive on it, found out that they were having a meeting, covered the whole thing. Amazing work by him. The one thing that I did point out to him is I think enough season ticket holders that aren't full season ticket holders, half season party packages, all that good stuff. They're going to be hot about not being able to be in Lot B. I think that they're going to move them.
About it.
Yep, they're going to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to move them to A. I think they're going to make A like partial season, and then everybody that has been clamoring over a season ticket entrance, I believe that's where you're going to see the season ticket entrance. It's going to be on this side. You have both lots covering the thing, and I think that's going to happen. So it's going to be like season ticket holders on this side and everything like that. Now, with that being said, I know you guys were saying, like, hey, we're not season ticket holders. We won't have passes. The other thing of it, too, is even if we were season ticket holders, most of the common people that come to the game, or to our tailgates or whatever, it probably makes up, maybe 15% that actually have season tickets, somewhere around in there. So, like, we're not going to squeeze out our fans either, So we're not going to throw it in Lot B just off of principle.
So you're saying we just buy all the Lot B passes on resale and then just be like, screw you, we're not season ticket holders, we're still tailgating here, and we're bringing in all the single game ticket people to party in your lot. What you're saying, Dougie? Are you not saying that?
What I'm saying is we could just go to the party pad in Lot B, unless you think that they're going to sell that to just season ticket holders, or
that party pad's for the corporate activation. So
that's what I'm saying.
We've tried that party pad for the better part of 2 years, and they don't want us anywhere near that party pad. I'll be honest with you.
Next year is the year. We go corporate bums.
Do we even know though?
Full backing of Circa on that one.
Guys, do we even know, with these rumors that, B is going to full season ticket holders and partial to A, what the price of having that added to their ticket package is going to be?
Yeah.
Because if it's astronomical, I mean, I might not add it. I might take, public transportation.
From what I understand, from what our source has told us, the Lot B price is going to go up more.
Even more. That's
even
my point.
more, which is wild to think about.
Well, yeah, you lose 2 gigantic parking lots. Like, it's prices are only going to go up. You guys are living it right now with the Blackhawks. It's a very similar situation.
Right.
So yeah, it's going to be something like it stinks because like a lot of the times I like to joke about like the squeeze out, but it is something that like we're going to have to try to figure out. And I joked like we're going to be tailgating in Johnny's front lawn or the PepsiCo lot on 35th and Ashland, or like, but we'll figure something out.
We could just surround ourselves by the Bucket Boys, and we got built-in entertainment right there.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. No, because I lost my train of thought here now.
That's right, Sam. Profit.
Come back. Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah, because Peter, you mentioned about like the Lappy gated area and everything. Like yeah, we went in with money and said, take our money.
Yeah.
And they said no, we don't. Your money's not good here.
And I'm going to be honest.
We're gonna give it to Miller Lite, who brings in 15 people for their corporate event.
So there was a couple times I've taken pictures of that lot when it's been rented by some other White Sox corporate sponsors. And don't get me wrong, it's their lot. They could do whatever they want with it. It's their pad or something. I know one of the times it was like Miller Lite, like employee party only. And a couple other times it was more of a bigger activation.
Yeah.
It would look terrible on the White Sox when they have their actual big name sponsors throw a party and there's 15 people there, and then the bums show up with like their ragtag group of misfits, and it's like 250 people strong, and the party's bumping. It's gonna look bad for them, so of course they don't want us there.
But that's where they shoot their B-roll, and they're like, that's how they sell the other groups. They're like, look at what you could, aspire to be.
They just want the money.
Yeah, they don't.
Let us give you our money. Reminds me, the money's out there. Are you going to take it? Are you man enough to take it?
Always be close.
We're gonna clip this, send it to them, and then we're just not gonna get let into the park.
Don't accept checks from these guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of not getting let into the park anymore, people are back in the stands fighting, and I have to ask you guys a question. Now that the Sox are good again, are all the scumbag bandwagon fans coming back to the stadium now and causing a ruckus? Because during the downtimes, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't recall hardly any fights. Maybe the occasional Sox Cubs brouhaha, but there's been an active amount of fights, whether it's upper deck, it's in the bleachers, it's not Sox Cubs, related. But I think now that the Sox are good, all the scumbag bandwagon fans are back, giving us a bad rap again. Stop it. And
they're all the way back.
And don't fight in upper deck, because you're one trip away from rolling over and killing yourself.
No. Keep the fights to the upper deck.
Right.
Keep the fights to the upper deck. We've talked about this multiple times on multiple shows, Jason. We haven't been in the 500 level since the Konerko statue game, and I promised myself I will never be back in the 500 level. Although, if somehow playoff baseball, I might have to bite the bullet. But in the regular season, you will not see me in the 500 level. Keep the fights over there, to keep the peace in the concourse and the 100 level. But yes, this is one of the reasons why the White Sox are all the way back. You could judge it on the field or by records or however you want, sabermetrics and all that stuff. But the eyeball test shows you that like the concourse is packed. I think Beefloaf had like a blog or a chart, or they did something where they're like, the hot girls are back, and obviously they're milking the purse girl all weekend long because she lost her things like that. And then the fights, the Royal Rumble, the Wild West of Sox Park is all the way back. I mean, that guy, Jeff Hardy'd multiple rows to drop kick somebody. I've never seen a move like that in any stadium fight. Yeah, all the way back. That's what I'm saying. We got to start that account, Creatures of the Concourse or something.
Oh man, that was one of the most amazing things that I saw. But then he immediately got pummeled. Like he did that flying leg kick, and right away I just started thinking, like the moment that I saw it the first time, I was like, oh my god, that's like 300. He's gonna kick somebody off into the whatever. But yeah, and then immediately after that, that dude got pummeled.
And I mean, we had the show on Monday, so we weren't able to talk about the Cubs fight in the Cubs bleachers. We say, don't fight. There's no fighting. There's no place like that in baseball.
No.
It's a family thing. You got families everywhere. But if you're going to fight, do it like those Sox. They beat the Cubs' asses. I mean, I mean, that was no joke. That was a good look. That was a good showing, if you will, by the Sox fans in the bleachers. Praz was very quiet about that. He wasn't chirping about his Cubs fans getting their ass kicked. But yeah, no more fighting. We got to keep it mellow.
Yeah, and if you're gonna fight, try not to have cocaine on you. That's cool.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Allegedly, yeah.
I think the funniest thing though about that whole Cubs, Sox fight video was that the security guard just stood there, or the wannabe security guards.
They wanted no smoke. They want to know smoke. Dude, I'll credit the Sox security. They got into that scuffle. I even saw like a lady pulling people out. Like that, they're down to clown Sox security.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Sox security. Most of those guys are like retired Chicago cops. If you look at like the Wrigley security, you're like, holy shit, these guys probably didn't even crack it like mall security. Like a lot of them look like creatures.
Yep.
Peace
No
on
fight
earth.
in Lot B.
Peace in ballparks.
I want that out there right now.
No, I won't allow it.
All right. I think that pretty much wraps up our White Sox talk for the day. So thank you to our good friends at JP Graziano's and TasteRealChicago.com. Make sure you stop in and get your beef kits, people. Like I said, football season is here. Bears are going to be back in a couple weeks. We're going to talk some Bears right now, but until then, get your beef kit, TasteRealChicago.com, because opening day, you need to make some beefs. That's the rules.
Hell yeah.
That's the rules. I just tell you what the rules are for opening day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yes, Bears played Saturday. We didn't get to watch the game live. I don't know if you guys caught up on any of it. I watched the first half of it, and the biggest thing was people were really critiquing that throw that Caleb missed to Colston Loveland. And
I can't with that.
That's the thing too. It's like, number one, the ball, like, it wasn't like egregiously misplaced. It went off Loveland's fingertips. Maybe if it goes on his one shoulder and his back, he catches it. Okay, it was slightly, but it was there on his tips. The play could have been made. But I'm not going to fault Caleb for taking a home run shot ball in a preseason game against a mediocre Bengals defense when you're trying to get as many reps in as you can. And I know Ben Johnson wasn't happy about that. He said he wished Caleb would have went underneath more with the check down, trying to get yardage back on 1st and 20 after the Braxton Jones holding penalty. But isn't that what you want from this Ben Johnson offense from Caleb Williams, is to go for those shots, especially when you have your future number one tight end who's getting more heads turned his way because of his awesome camp, and people are not going to know how to cover him this season?
That's exactly the take all fans should have. The fact that one singular throw is getting so much run on Bears Twitter, or just like, the Bears internet in general, is crazy. But we complained about Caleb not taking, and he was safe with the football. He was very cautious a lot of the time last year, and you almost want him to be a little bit more gunslinger, or like take a little bit more chances. So yes, I was happy that he made that throw. I know Ben Johnson wasn't, but he's gonna say that. Ben Johnson, I mean, for the better part of now a season and a little bit of change, he's been ornery whenever Caleb does something bad. Like, I think there was that one impossible throw to DJ Moore for a touchdown that was like in every end of the year highlight reel. And after the game that day, Ben Johnson's like, yeah, well, I probably wouldn't have made that throw. Well, yeah, but like, that's why you draft Caleb Williams number one, because he's able to make those throws. So the fact that, like, yeah, it was a fingertip catch. Hopefully in the regular season, you clean that up, and that's a touchdown, or at least a first down, instead of dropped pass. But even then, that drop pass was nowhere. It was only Colston Loveland was going to catch that ball. Like, there was no other defender around there. So I don't care.
Right.
Like, if you're telling me he's trying to thread the needle in between 3 defenders and we're getting mad about that, like, yeah, maybe don't make that bonehead decision. But no, like, I like and I want more Caleb gunslinging.
I'm just gonna throw out the old AI. We're talking about practice. Like that's all it is. Like it's a
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
practice game. I mean, dude, if you're gonna do it now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who cares? If that ball would have got intercepted, I wouldn't have given a shit. I really wouldn't have. Like, Patrick Mahomes would do that shit all the time, dude. And you'd see him throw like a wild pass, and for as many that he makes, of course he's gonna have ones that don't hit. It happens. But like I'd rather have him have that confidence to go ahead and go out there and do it and feel himself and be like, hey, I can go ahead and do this, than rather have him pass under all these other time, and then next thing you know, defenders know he ain't got the balls to do this on me. So yeah, like I'm totally okay with it. But yeah, like the way that we're starting this season already with Bears fans criticizing stuff, let's just try not to be super insufferable this year. Let's enjoy this ride.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna enjoy the ride early. It's not even
Enjoy
regular
the
season.
ride.
I like that. I like it.
No, Dougie, you're right about this too. I mean, it's preseason, right? And the AI and the Allen Iverson phase. It's practice. It's preseason.
Correct.
Ben Johnson and Caleb are not going to give away their secrets in the preseason yet to the rest of the NFL, are they? No, let them screw around and make any kind of pass he wants to. Let him do some Jay Cuddy gunslinging, right? But baloney. Let him do whatever
Hell
he wants.
yes. Sign me
It's
up for
only-
some of that.
Exactly. Just play around a little bit. Don't give away the secrets yet.
They're not calling the full playbook. It's very watered down vanilla. But again, people, the media heads and the armchair quarterbacks and the Reddits and the Twitter people, they're all upset because the ball wasn't hit. I'd be more upset if he threw it one way and Colston ran the other way, right?
Sure.
That would be kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, what the fuck are they doing? But like just him going off the fingertips, you know what? You get your timing down, you get your route, timing down. Then next thing you know, no one's complaining about it because it's first and goal at the 5.
Right.
Or Colston rolls in. So not complaining about it. We'll see if they actually play against Tennessee on Thursday.
Saturday.
I don't think so.
Saturday.
I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't sound like they're gonna play all that.
That is Saturday. Sorry. Yes. I don't know why I thought Thursday. Yeah, Saturday 5 p.m. So we'll see how many reps, if any, they get. But I was happy with that they got at least a series. Maybe I would have liked the second one. But that game in general was the Bears were overall flat. The defense looked pretty bad, and I know not everyone was playing in their full game. But only 9 points. First time in Ben Johnson's tenure that the Bears didn't score a touchdown in whether it's regular or preseason. So only the 9 points, the Cairo Santos field goals. But the defense, as much as they were making tackles, they were giving up yardage. They were, and Bengals didn't have like their starters in either. So I'm really kind of worried about the secondary. I think the line was played pretty well. Jordan Vanderberg, again, showing out. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's starting by midseason. The way he's been playing, because I don't think obviously we all know what Grady Jarrett is, and if in Dio. So, but yeah, Jordan Vanderberg had. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, motivated. Yes. He's only motivated. But yeah, I think definitely the secondary needs to get figured out. Again, no Kyler Gordon, no updates on him. I think the team's getting really frustrated. If he becomes a cap casualty, I wouldn't fault the Bears for it, but it seems at this point though they're super frustrated with him, and it's not their guy that they drafted. So, but I want to get your thoughts on this because the Bears were just flat on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, going back to Kyler Gordon, you could tell. Like, obviously, Ben Johnson's always been a little bit ornery. He's always like, you asked me that question, but he really doesn't want to talk about Kyler Gordon because he's like, I'm not going to give you anything. I got nothing for you. Even if I do have something for you, I'm not going to tell you. And like at this point, it's like the fact that like Ozzie Trapillo came back before Kyler Gordon is freaking crazy. So
It is.
yeah, I don't know what you're going to do in that situation. That's almost a Ryan Poles decision more than it is a Ben Johnson decision at this point. But like the sooner you do something with him, like, because they keep saying like he's rehabbing, but like they won't even tell you like realistically like what or when.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. So yeah, but other than that, like I don't care about honestly, I don't care how they looked in the preseason. It's 2s and 3s and 4s against 3s and 4s and 5, like it just like it doesn't matter. What will matter though is like you mentioned, Jason, the secondary and the defense, and what Dennis Allen can do to remedy, the dog water defense that he had last season. But like I'm not gonna nitpick a preseason game for it, but like once week 1 and week 2 happen, and we know that they don't have a pass rush and their secondary's banged up, like I feel like Dennis Allen's gonna be the first one to really feel, like the feet to the fire.
Yeah, they did get 2 turnovers though. They got a fumble and an interception. So
yeah, and that's the thing is like, can they really do that again this year? Because like they lived and died off the turnovers.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, maybe they can. Maybe Dennis Allen coaches them up, and like they're leading the league in turnovers again. It's just hard to predict that, or it's hard to like lean on that.
Yeah.
They did only let Cincinnati run for about 60 or something rushing yards, I saw. But other than that, you guys are hitting a nail on the head. I mean, and that could have been, a little bit of cheating, and that's why who was it? Josh Johnson was a quarterback for Cincinnati, and he had himself a day, well, passing for over 200. So I mean, I don't know. The same thing with the offense. It's preseason, like, are we really gonna worry week 1 and week 2, like you were saying, Peter, if the offense performed like it did on Saturday on third down, converting 2 out of 14 tries on third down? Yeah, we're all going to be pretty pissed week 1 or 2, but it's preseason. Like you said, Peter, I ain't worried about it.
All right. Next up on the rundown here, looks like left tackle's starting to get some, I don't know what
Clarity?
we're looking for. Clarity. Thank you, Peter. Braxton Jones probably looking like he's going to be the guy. Ozzy's still rehabbing. He's probably going to start, on, IR for the time being. And then Theo Benedict probably backing up. And it sounds like, listening to Courtney Cronin do her talks and her reports and everything, that Kareen Amagage and Jedrick Wills might be cut. They're on the bubble right now, and they might not even make the team. And if Kareen Amagage is truly a casualty, I think that's really telling about like where Poles is at with his growth as a GM, because we saw with Chris Getz earlier this season that he got rid of Sir Anthony after 3 months. He's like, fuck this guy. I gave him money. I missed on it. He's not closing for us. He's cutting bait. And Kevin Warren, Bayless Jones, didn't cut bait when he had the chance. Could have gotten a 4th round pick for him. Didn't do it. You're not going to be having anyone come to you and saying, I want cap. I'm going to give you draft capital for Kareen Amagage. But if he is truly going to be a casualty, cap casualty, roster casualty, whatever you want to term is, I think that's kind of growth that he realized, I missed on this pick and it's time to move on.
Yeah, and especially because you're getting a little bit of clarity with the Ozzie Trapillo coming back, and hopefully he's back sooner than later at full strength. But yeah, like we talked about it before, and Braxton Jones, you could lean on him. Is he the best? No, but you could make chicken salad out of chicken shit in that scenario. But you nailed it, Jason. Like, learn from your mistakes, get them out quickly. Because if you're telling me there's somebody on somebody's practice squad right now, or even in the free agent, can do what Kareen Amagage can do for the better part of 2 seasons with the Bears, right? Like, if he doesn't have what it takes to be a starting left tackle or even a backup left tackle in this league. Get him out and get somebody else in, and just keep doing that. It's almost like we mentioned. We'll go back to like the relievers and closers role. Just keep cycling them in and out until you find somebody that'll work. And if it's not, Karana Magaji, it's somebody else on somebody's practice squad. You could find those guys.
Yeah, there's got to be some veterans out there somewhere that are casualty to a rookie or something like that.
Yeah.
I will say I was watching the end of the game on Saturday, and the announcers were a little savage, man. Like I couldn't believe, like we all know, like that, a lot of players get caught, but dude, like they were like with 3 minutes left, and he's like, you got to realize some of these guys on the field, this is their last down of football, period. And you're like, holy shit, the family members are probably watching this, and some of them are going to get cut, but like, it was wild to me, like, just to hear him like say that bluntly. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. All right. Finally, third running back situation here. Obviously, DeAndre Swift is our number one, and it sounds like he might get an extension. I heard some rumors that he might be getting an extension.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But Kyle Monungai, number two, and you signed Savlan Ahmed, whoever his name is, the other running back. Roshan Johnson on the bubble. Is he going to be?
Yeah,
going to be cut?
Yes. I'll tell you right now. I'll put obviously nothing's guaranteed, but the fact that he had one carry all of last year or two carries, he was never on the field.
Yeah.
So
he was being showcased on Saturday for another team.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. I know, people were talking about Britton Brown earlier before. Third and fourth string running backs. There's someone on someone's practice squad that are better than Roshan Johnson, and I liked Roshan Johnson for the little bit of time he did play here. He was always 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. He might not get you more than 1 yard, but he will get you that 1 yard that you need. But obviously Ben Johnson, offensive genius, he knows what works and what doesn't for his offense. He was always going to be the odd man out.
Yeah. So first round of cuts is coming this week, and we'll see who makes it, who doesn't. We'll break that down next week in addition to the game against Tennessee. So that wraps up our Bears talk for this week and all of our sports talk for the week. So now we got to get to some headlines.
Yeah, there's some sports talk in headlines, but it's more sports talk. So I'll start with the big news that came out on a Friday news dump, like always. And it was that Mike Mulligan and Marshall Harris departs 670 to score. I don't know why you're calling it 103 or 104.3 the score. I heard a couple people say that it's always going to be 670 to score, like it's always going to be Comiskey to me. But Mulligan and Harris out. And then the news that broke yesterday, even though I want to talk to my guy Noah, see you for a beer. We were talking a little bit about sports radio on Saturday, and I said Jared Payton is out of a job. It wouldn't shock me if he found his way to the score. And then a little birdie that was also at the tailgate, I won't reveal my sources, but might have worked for 670 to the score in the past and has been on our show a couple of times. He said, yeah, I heard the same thing too. So I kind of nailed it. I was very happy about that. But Jared Payton is added to the morning show. Obviously, football's coming up, and 670 to score has their sights on talking a little bit more football for the foreseeable future. But there's a lot of opinions by a lot of people, both fans and people in the business and their colleagues that have been talking about this basically since Friday. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on everything.
They did Mully dirty. And I guess you could say that, he hasn't had his fastball for a while, but I think at least for me, he was probably the most listenable, member on 670.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I liked him a little more than listen to Cap but that's just my opinion. And you could say he was having health issues. There was rumors about that, and him slowing down, whatever. But I think he deserved to go out on his own terms,
Right.
and maybe he didn't. Maybe they tried to do the fake retirement,
Mhm.
stuff, and he told him fuck off. But yeah, like Alex says right there, like no proper setup, no goodbye show, no nothing, just now
Yeah.
again, if he did something egregious behind the scenes that we don't know about and it's HR related, then okay, get it, can't do it. But yeah, 22 decades on the score and he got nothing. They really did him dirty. Mitch Rosen did him dirty on that. Marshall Harris, I didn't care for him in midday. I think he, this sounds mean saying it, but I feel he was too much of a try hard to either try to be funny or cool or in pop culture-y, Layla's I like Layla. I don't get anything against
I like
her.
Layla. I don't like Layla with a lot of the people that she's paired
Yes.
with. They basically give her nothing to work with, and that's always tough.
But she's got like, and I get people like she's cut or dry, people hit or miss with her. She's got a very dark, or I didn't say dark, a dry sense of humor. And if you don't get it, then you're not going to like her. And I get some of what her references are in her humor. And that's why I like her reference. And you can, nag on that if you want. But yeah, her being paired with Marshall Harris didn't work. Hopefully it works out better with Grody. But yeah, I think as of right now, if I'm ESPN, kick the Rich Eisen show off the air and put something midday and go for the kill shot. Because everyone now I know is listening to Carmen and Yurko and Waddle and Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough only because like it seems like 670 to score just can't figure it out since the Parkins left and the Bernstein thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you have a chance to kind of like do something fresh, do something new, and it's just like you reshuffle your own employees and then you sign Jared Payton, which is fine, but like he's not gonna give you a fucking hot take or like and even if that's not what you want, because like Kaplan does maybe too many hot takes and it bites him in the ass because a lot of people don't want that. But you got to have like an opinion on something, and I've just never heard Jared Payton's opinion on anything because like he's friendly with the McCaskies, like he's not gonna badmouth the organization that like like he's basically family to,
Right.
and like it's just like we don't know if who's gonna listen to Jared Payton for his baseball talk. Like
That's what I'm.
He's out of a job come February.
You got two teams in a pennant race right now, and it's like obviously we just talked Bears preseason, but it's like people are tuning into the score right now to hear about the White Sox and the Cubs, and you're gonna get a lot of Jared Payton talking for 4.5 hours, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know how it's going to be when he has to be well versed in something. I mean, dude, God forbid the Hawks get good, then what's he gonna do? Like I haven't heard him say an ounce of any type of hockey. And I understand that they don't typically go too hard on the hockey situation, but if they get good, what are you going to do?
They called Jay Zawaski back because that's what they've been doing. It's
You're
like,
right.
hey,
Calling this experts.
You know what we're gonna do?
Right.
All the guys that CHGO got that used to work for us, hey, we need to talk to them again. So maybe come in and spot start for a day or two, and that's what they've been doing. You're not fooling anybody by that. Like I could see what they're doing. But yeah, they had a chance to do something fresh, and it didn't really work out. I know a lot of people. We talked to a couple people on at the tailgate and stuff like that. But like, people were like, it's easy to, like a lot of people said like Eddie Barstool or Carl Barstool Carl. I think Carl is probably a better idea because he doesn't have like a job right now. But like, who from Barstool is gonna leave Barstool to go to terrestrial radio? That's the other thing. It's like. It's easy to say the score should do these things, but they're on a numbers crunch. They're on a salary crunch. They're not adding more people because their advertising dollars are a lot less than they were 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I saw somebody like, oh, bring back like the overnight show, like what Les Grosstein used to do, and like, who's gonna pay for an overnight, sports talk radio show? I think that's a great idea. Like like I would do it for free. Like a lot of people would do it for free, but it's like you can't really, like you're not gonna pay somebody to do that. Like they just don't have the infrastructure right now.
Yeah, they're having to pay to be the Cubs radio station, right? So they're paying all those rights, and that goes to I just to touch on the Mully topic. I pull some heartstrings with me because 20 years ago, Jay, me and you, 25 years ago, were graduating high school, and I just always remember those Bears teams and Mully being on the beat and always getting up early on a Sunday morning on a Bears game day to watch Mully on Fox Chicago with Corey McFerrin, and Mully always doing his funny bits from Soldier Field. And then when I was in college, I stuck with the score those days, and Mully with Hanley, and then when he had to go, and obviously when Hanley moved on, he went through his rotation of teammates himself. But somebody who contributed for 20 plus years to a company like that, I agree with a lot of the sentiments in the comments, and I know plenty of folks are saying it, and it's the absolute truth. Hopefully Mully gets to write a letter and comes out and says something, because a lot of us do care. And the same goes for Marshall. I mean, I don't listen to much afternoon talk, busy at work, and I'm in other stuff, but I just wish, both of them well. And best of luck to Jared Payton, at this point.
Hell yeah,
Here we go.
two-man show, baby. We lost
Let's
everybody.
go.
I'm ready, baby. Like, what do we want to talk about? Wrestling? We want to talk
We're talking
tequila?
about wrestling.
The tequila bums are bet. One last thing on the score, and we can move on. And it's something that, like I said, like they had a chance to do something fresh and something new. A lot of people threw a lot of names out there. Somebody I didn't really hear, but I was a big fan of before. Is someone from ESPN Radio that kind of didn't have a spot, and they moved on to the Westwood channel, but it was Black and Abdallah. Both Black and Abdallah are really good. They're young. They just didn't have a spot at ESPN 1000. I wonder if Mitch Rosen at least, kicked the tires on Black and Abdallah to come to the 670 to score, because I would have liked that way better than anything they've done right now. And they're younger, they're on the internet, so it's like, they do both. That they're good personalities, and they're well versed in a bunch of sports. I'd be interested to see if they kick the tires on a Black and Abdallah, because I think that show could have been one of the staples for Chicago radio for a while, but now they're doing national stuff.
Well, yeah, and if they're listening, if Mitch Rosen's listening, I mean, you can also try out a rotation of different podcasts for a special day out of the week, right? I mean,
Josh does a great job in his guest spots on 670 to score and
Right.
stuff like that. If you were to do like a once a week, like it would benefit like Josh and Sox Machine to like have their show on 670 to score, and obviously they probably wouldn't, like, it would be like more for exposure. And then like another week the 108 guys go in there and kind of like mingle and kind of mess with like their everything. Like there's something to be had there. Like it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think like a better idea for that would be like like you have your certain days where it's kind of like a fuck off show. You know what I'm saying? So you get like your one serious day with like Sox Machine and everything like that, but then you also get your fuck around show with like the 108 guys and stuff like that. To where it gives you a more of a little bit of a variety. Like I know like back in the day, man, like people would get like really amped up for who you crapping. Like people get ready for those segments and stuff like that, and they look for shit all week for stuff like that. So end of the day, they really gotta
I think that they got to take a leap and they got to try something. And if it fails, it fails. But I think that now is the perfect time to where they just got to go ahead and try something like drastic.
I think they don't have to try, and I agree with you, Dougie. They don't
Mhm.
have to try something drastic now because Bears are going to carry the conversation until
Sure.
February. But
Right.
February until baseball season, if there is a baseball season, we
If there's
don't know
no
that.
baseball season,
I think the Score and ESPN 1000, to be honest, like the first one to do something different is going to get eyeballs because
Yeah.
like February until baseball or no baseball is going to be a dead period. And it's like, then you really have to figure it out. They're lucky that they're doing it now because it's like, yeah, Bears are going to carry the conversation regardless. But like
Sure.
February, March, that'll be interesting to see what they do.
yeah.
All right.
It also
Next
it,
up on that. All right,
I
no,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say it also depends on, like when this thing actually officially gets ruled to be a lockout. The other thing too is, if the players do end up striking, you'll still have a decent amount of like a month's worth of conversation with, negotiations and, this is
Yeah.
what this side's doing, because you could pander for that, but
Right.
once it starts getting past that like 4 to 6 week mark or whatever, it's just old news. Like nobody's going to give a shit. They're going to be like, hey, you know what? Yes, they're still on strike. No, the needle's not moving. Oh, this side asked for this. Nobody's going to really give a shit because people are going to be fucking pissed that there's no baseball.
It's going to be
Yeah.
like listen to Bear Stadium talk progress.
Oh, dude, how about it? Nauseum.
Yeah. Next up, this hit the wires this morning. It's Niners owner Jed York was arrested Sunday in East Palestine, Ohio, and pleaded no contest to misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. It was a prostitution or trafficking sting operation that he got caught in, and billionaire owner Jed York was caught trying to hire a $140 prostitute.
All right. This is 100% a billionaire with a trailer park fetish. It's what it is. I mean, and if Jason was here, he would be agreeing with me 100%. This is one of those deals to where you have so much money. It isn't the fact. Like if it was a $250 hooker or a $50 hooker, it has to do with the setting. Like you can't mean to tell me that this dude couldn't find a piece of ass somewhere else. He has a trailer park, gutter, whatever fetish. That is exactly what it is. He wants to be in that double wide, busting a double load, 100%.
So he grew up. So a little bit of context. He grew up 20 miles away from East Palestine, Ohio. So it's one of those things. Just like, like you can take the. I don't even know. I don't know the quote I'm trying to.
Yes,
quote I'm trying to say. But
right.
like,
Yeah. No, it's like the you can take the boy out of the hood or something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
take
You can
the hood
never
out of the
take the
boy.
trailer. Yeah, you can't take the
Yeah.
trailer park out of the Jed York, even no matter how many billions he has.
I mean, dude, what a flex though. You imagine coming from like nothing like that. I mean, it's like an Eminem story,
To be fair, 20 minutes away in Chicago varies greatly as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We don't
Very,
know. But yes,
very true.
I understand. It's just crazy that between this and the 49ers coach, the Shanahan story about him like demolishing his face basically in the car crash. It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell is happening with the Niners this offseason?
It's the radioactive practice field.
It is. It's the power
It's gotta
station.
be.
The substation is melting brains over here.
Yep. Calves and brains. All right. So Jason, you're back. This was my point with this thing. This is 100% a dude with a trailer park fetish.
I mean, you have all the money in the world, right? So like,
Right.
you can't just hire a high class one to come up to your penthouse, wherever, or pay someone to have a hotel room anonymously in, someone else's name, and you just drop the key card off or something and meet them up there. Like, there's ways to be discreet. and not go to like a corner and get busted in a sting.
Dude, I saw one of the best tweets on the internet in a long time where it said like Jed York was just trying to recreate that meme of like the trailer park and the Bugatti. You know, like that meme.
This car doesn't belong here. Whose car is this?
Yeah. That's basically Jed York on Sunday night.
And that's how TMZ gets involved.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a crazy story. We had to bring it up. And last headline for this week. We are the Chicago Sports Bums, and I did see a lot of our friends from the Fanatic Sports Network was in attendance. That's how it came across my timeline. Yep. But Bulls Fest was this weekend in the United Center, and the only take I had was something that, like, I realized in my own head while this was going on, and I was like, what kind of sickos are going to Bulls Fest in 2026? And then I had to remind myself that we were in attendance for the last 2 years of Sox Fest, and it's like, you know what? I'm not going to judge anybody.
Right.
Just bring back Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic. Call it what it is.
That's what it is.
What this was.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying don't call it Bulls Fest. Call it Shoot the Bull, 3-on-3 Classic. You got all the courts there. Just bring it back. Go. Maybe I'll sign up again.
Oh, shit.
Is there an age and weight bracket for Shoot the Bull?
You know what? I did an over 40 Shoot the Bull bracket. I did Shoot the Bull in like 7th and 8th grade in Grant Park. That was a lot of fun. We got our ass kicked by some people. But it was a lot of fun. Maybe we should do who are we challenging? Shoot the Bull 3-on-3. Because it was 3-on-3.
I don't think you can challenge anyone. I think you just get assigned like your team, like round robin style or whatever. So,
all right.
Well, some fans
Joey, you're my Bulls guy. You got to speak. We got what it takes on this.
I'm a recovering Bulls addict, okay, and I just gave up my tickets for them this upcoming year. But a lot of the fans that went to this, and shout out tons of friends that we've made over the years. A lot of them wanted to go meet Caleb Wilson, which they did.
Yeah.
And the line to see him, I don't know if any of you guys saw it. It's on all the socials. The line wrapped throughout the entire atrium and out the freaking door. So I think the Chicago Bulls Nation, rightfully so, is, including myself, very, very excited for our 4th overall pick in Caleb Wilson. We cannot have enough great Caleb's sports athletes in our town and future icons. So he's definitely already, some NBA analysts are saying that other teams dropped the ball and this kid could be NBA Rookie of the Year.
Well, so as excited as I am for Bulls fans that they may have gotten a decent player, I was watching the little bit of content that our guy Sully was doing, and he was going around asking people who's going to be the better Caleb this year.
Yeah,
Bulls fans are delusional if you're not saying Caleb Williams. I mean, and then one guy had the audacity to say, "Oh, it's Caleb from the Bulls because Jordan Love is light years better than Caleb Williams." I told Sully, I said, "Sully, I don't know why you put that in the video. You should have ripped the mic right out of that douche's hand."
I will say, just to play devil's advocate and to argue for Caleb Wilson, an NBA player, just one superstar can make a completely drastic difference to the franchise, just their win-loss total compared to even Caleb Williams. And I do think like Caleb Williams is going to have a fantastic year this year, but I can understand why Bulls fans are really buying the Kool-Aid on this one guy. Because, that's all you really need to really get the ball going. It's not like Blackhawk drafts where you draft 15 number 1 overall draft picks and you still tell me 2030 is the year that they're going to rebuild. I'm just saying, it just takes one guy for NFL compared to hockey. It's apples and oranges. I'm sorry. That was all. I didn't mean Dougie got mad, but it's the truth. One guy. We just need one guy. He
Next
got it.
headline.
Joey got rid of his season tickets. I might have to take the mantle of Bulls guy now.
All right. Let's pump the brakes.
That was a lie.
I'm still going to Bulls games.
I was gonna
get to an ad.
Say,
I'm still going
Let's
to
play an
Bulls
ad.
games.
Get an ad out.
Jesus.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the
Yeah,
home
got
for all
fucking
Chicago
multiple
sports
pairs of
bums
Jordans.
merch.
That's about it.
We have Bears, Hawks, Sox, and Bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today. I can hear you over the edge.
Yeah, I had to,
Dude,
had to
you know
tug
what?
you there for a sec.
Hey, uncharted territories. I don't see any ads. So
Oh, you're
when
ad free on the iPhone?
yeah, ad free on the iPhone. So I didn't even know the ad started playing.
Oh man, interesting. All right, Peter, you were busy interacting all day because you had a tweet this morning that kind of took off. I don't know, is viral the word or just got a lot of engagement?
It was a good engagement.
Yeah.
It was like a good topic to talk about.
So you're like, I want to run it back for the pod tonight. So what do we got?
So and to be honest, they've been milking this announcement for a while, and they teased a couple of the teams like the last couple of weeks. But it was a big deal that the NFL and Disney are gonna collab for like merch this year, and everyone was really excited. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the NFL is a giant in and of itself, but Disney moves the needle. Whether it's Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, like it moves the needle, it drives engagement, Disney adults, if you will. So everyone was very excited about this. And then the merch came out today. Some teams were raving, sold out within minutes. Like people were really excited. And then other teams, your boy included, were kind of pissed at how and what got chosen for certain teams. So I've got them all. We're going through divisions, and we can just pick and choose what works and what doesn't. But I want to start with the Bears because it was Baloo from the Jungle Book, who is now part of like the Bears logo. We got Baloo, which don't get me wrong, Baloo's a good guy. Baloo is a fun character. He's a good, chill guy. I like Baloo. But the Jungle Book hasn't been relevant in 4 decades, and Tailspin was cool for like 3 years. I was just arguing that the Bears are a charter franchise of the NFL and like one of the legacy franchises. Give me a big name. I wanted Winnie the Pooh. I wanted something with a bit, like a big, splash. A lot of other teams got a lot of cool things, and we got Baloo.
He's too. Here's the thing. He's too dopey looking, right? And goof. Like, we're supposed to be like, not the laughing stock in football anymore. We got a quarterback. We got a coach. We're going to fucking stomp on your throat and put up 50 points a game. We can't be doing that wearing a Baloo shirt.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be
cool
fierce.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
Monsters of the
Ferocious.
Midway. Give us a monster. You could have gone a lot of different ways with it.
Baloo would have been the like perfect Packers logo. Like dopey mouth breathing loser. Like 100%.
So for the people listening on the podcast, I'll run them out real quick. So the Bears got Baloo. The Detroit Lions got Simba. It's awesome logo. I think this should just be their logo now. It's Simba as the lion logo. It's unbelievable. The Vikings got Thor, and the Packers, for some reason, got Chewbacca, which I apologize to any ladies listening right now, but the only correlation I could think of is that this is what most female Packers fans look like. It makes, I don't, what, how do you make the correlation between Chewbacca and Green Bay? Explain that to me.
I mean, I was just going back to the mouth breathing,
Yeah, that's it. That's how they speak English. That's a great point, Dougie.
Right. Thank you.
I
was a little disappointed that they didn't go with Simba's dad, so we could just like push him off the rock like after they don't make the playoffs.
Mufasa.
Yeah, Mufasa.
Yeah, we could have gotten Sully. That would have been dope, like Monsters of the Midway or something like that.
Yeah,
Baloo's like middle of the road. I'm not like super some people got really hosed, but like it could have been better. The Vikings, I mean, they got Thor. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. But it is fitting though. That's a perfect call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the NFC East. The Commanders got Ham from Toy Story. The Eagles got Dr. fucking Doom, another awesome T-shirt. If I was an Eagles fan, I would have bought that the second it came out. The Cowboys got Woody, which makes sense, and then the Giants got Wreck-It Ralph. So give me your thoughts on the NFC East.
Okay, why does Dr. Doom have anything to do with an eagle? There's no fucking birds in
Just because
Disney
he's green.
No,
Just because he's green.
You can find a bird. What about them birds from Finding Nemo? The mine.
Those are the Seahawks. The Seahawks fans got pissed that they're the defending champions, and they got the Finding Nemo birds.
Okay, all right.
We feel your pain.
Yeah, I don't get Dr. Doom there. But there's got to be a better. I'm gonna look it up here real quick.
Dougie?
Commanders was a good call. Like going back to like their homage of the like the pigs and everything like that.
Yeah.
I really wish I wish that they could have figured out something maybe a little less racial insensitive and not gone like Redskins, but like done something on that order. But I don't know.
Yeah, the Cowboys and Woody makes sense. Like
the Dr. Doom just gets me. I mean, like the Eagles are just they're a reclamation project on their offense, right? And now they get this awesome T-shirt too. So I don't know, kind of hate it.
Yeah.
NFC South, the Falcons. I mean, I'm a Star Wars guy, so I like this shirt, but like they got the Millennium Falcon as the Falcons logo. The Carolina Panthers got who's this Panther from? That's from the Jungle Book too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Buccaneers got Hook. I thought that was a great call. That's
very
simple.
good call.
And then the New Orleans Saints got that fucking. They got that crocodile from what is it from? Is that from Hook too, or is it from the Princess and the Frog? It's from one of those alligators.
I think it's Hook too.
Yeah, I think it is Hook.
Yeah.
They got the lazy alligator basically.
Falcons getting the Millennium Falcon. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best one. Hook's good too because of Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's good.
I like the Hook.
NFC West, the Cardinals got the bird from Aladdin. This is probably the worst one. The 49ers got Stinky Pete. That's literally his name is Stinky Pete from Toy Story.
Stinky Pete from the trailer park.
Yeah. The Seahawks got the Seahawks from Finding Nemo, and then the Rams got Sully, which makes absolutely no sense. Because he got horns, maybe?
I don't know.
And probably because he's blue too.
Mm-hmm.
Or is he more purple in the
Hollywood?
No, I think he's more purple.
The Cardinal shirt is goofy, but I like it.
Yeah, it plays.
Yeah, he's more like teal colored, like aqua. So he's not definitely blue from.
Albert's saying the Mind Birds work well representing the 12th man, by the way. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's just like they're the defending champions. Some people got like Darth Vader, and they got like the seagulls that were in the movie for a second. AFC East, the Bills got the Beast. The Patriots got Captain America. The Jets got Buzz Lightyear. And then the Dolphins got King Triton from Aladdin. I thought this is probably the best.
This is the
best. The
division.
AFC East got the best division. Like all of these are fucking awesome shirts. If I were a fan of either one of these teams, I'd probably get it. I don't understand why they just couldn't do something like this for every division. How did some get so bad?
Yeah, I don't know.
Captain America for the Patriots is awesome.
Yeah, the cap one, even King Triton. That's a cool ass picture.
Yeah.
At least like the graphic, if you will. I will say though, we should mention the t-shirts $40, sweatshirts $120.
What?
Price.
Yeah, these are all champion.
Shit.
They're all champion tees.
Guys,
AFC North. The Browns got Pluto. Again, the Steelers got Hose. This is I believe his name is Pete, the guy, the neighbor in Goof Troop. He's just like Goofy's adversary, if you will. The Bengals got is that Shad Khan? I forgot what his name was. And then the Ravens got Maleficent.
All right.
I did find the perfect substitution for the Eagles.
What do you got?
Hold on, here it comes. You ready? They don't get Dr. Doom.
The Eagle from the Muppets? I love it.
Yep.
That's a good one.
I'd buy that.
That's
funny.
Send it in. They don't get Dr. Doom. They don't deserve Dr. Doom.
I like that a lot. But yeah, other than that, like the AFC North stinks. Julie was very mad because she's a Disney fan. She thought like Iron Man was right there for the Steelers. The Mandalorian would have been perfect for the Steelers. Instead, they got fucking like a D-list character. Not even D-list, probably like F-list. Like who? Pete.
Dude, it's so small on my phone. It looks like John Candy with the Kenosha Kickers.
That's what she said.
AFC South, we got the Titans with Thanos. Another awesome call. The Jaguars got like one of the dogs from Coco, I believe. The Colts got, I think that's Clarabelle. I don't know who that is. And then Houston got the girl version of Woody. What's her name? Jessie. I'm sorry, it's Jessie. I mean, the Titans one's awesome,
I think
right?
Houston got a little hose too. But damn, Tennessee probably with one of the best top 3 shirts for a shit team.
Yeah, like they don't deserve this awesome T-shirt.
I'm telling you.
And then you could have went with the Jaguar from the Jungle Book. You know, it was right there.
Yeah. That makes it. The Colts again. This character hasn't been around since like literally probably 1953. That's on the shirt.
I wonder if she can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There definitely some wires are crossed when they pick some of these.
Last one, AFC West. The Chargers got the Pegasus from Hercules. The Raiders come out like bandits. They literally got 3 awesome Darth Vader shirts. The Chiefs got the Big Bad Wolf, and then the Broncos got like the horse from, I don't know where he's from. Clarabelle is in the new cartoons. She's in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. But yeah, I mean Raiders. It's Darth Vader. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Runaway winner.
I don't know. The Thanos one kind of works for me too. Mad Titan.
Yeah, the Mad Titan's good. Thanos is great. Like the AFC East, all of them are really, really good. Like why do the Bills get the Beast? The Beast is an awesome character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it was
cool.
hot in the streets today. I wanted to talk about it, but yeah, the Bears got Baloo, and I'm still mad about it. So
yeah,
it is up. Hello.
All right, you guys ready to bum some people?
Let's do it.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum.
All right, time for listener bums and MVBs. First up is JT, premature celebrators. Yeah, I think we was trying to go with that. I know what you were doing. MVB bums for yet another tailgate for the people. That's what we're here for.
We are. Wu-Tang and the bums are for the people.
Yeah. Cindy Brown, MVBs to us for hosting another stellar tailgate. Kylie Miller from CBS Chicago stopping by once again. And Emma Rodriguez, the fan who caught the home run ball. Yeah, they milked her for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And bum of the week, the score for not letting Mike Mulligan say goodbye on air last week. Yeah, mentioned that earlier. Jeff Bartlett, MVB, the bums for putting on another awesome tailgate. Thank you, sir. Bum of the week, Deshaun Watson, because fuck that guy. Yep. Always and forever. Arjun, bum of the week, Deshaun Watson. MVB, us. Another great tailgate. Thank you. I'm seeing a consensus among us today.
How's it? Short and sweet this week.
No Mailman Jack. Bum Mailman Jack.
Mailman Jack is on assignment. I don't know if that's true. He'll be back.
Tough look. It's on delivery.
Dougie, why don't you kick us off?
So I'm going to start off with my MVP. My MVP is going to go out to Barry Bag of Donuts. He invited me to the Thursday game. Wouldn't let me pay for anything until we started buying beers and stuff like that. But yeah, he set it up real nice for us. Knew I kind of needed a day off, so we obviously got the tickets, and then on top of that, he season ticket holders get X amount of patio passes or whatever. So he burned 2 of his patio passes. So I was drinking free Modelo's downstairs, eating some fried chicken and some hot dogs. Yeah, so
Hell of a
that
time.
was it. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It was a good time, despite the outcome. But yeah, big MVP, Barry Bag of Donuts. Thank you. My bum of the week. Bum of the week, and it wasn't just us that was talking about this. It was multiple people that were at our tailgate. Not knocking our guy Rich. Rich gets a pass, but everybody else, all the other parking lot attendants, you guys are all bums of the week. They purposely waited way longer than they needed to. Usually, they let us in earlier than the slotted time. Not this time. It was actually like 11 minutes later than it should have been. It was
20.
supposed to be. Was it 20? I was so furious at that point. Like, I just wanted. We get there so early because we want to make sure that we get prime time spots and everything like that. And we're waiting for this thing to open. And there's nothing worse than when we're just waiting to get in to set up to make sure that everything is on time. Because when we tell you guys a time, we pride ourselves on saying, hey, we're going to be there. We're going to be set up. Sure, a lot of people show up early and they help us and everything like that get set up. But we like to pride ourselves on having everything kind of rocking and rolling and try not to use anybody more than we need to help set up. That wasn't the case on Saturday. On Saturday, they let us in later, and it just felt like it was a mad scramble from the word go. And I hated that. Like, I hate the feeling of like things turning into work and things turning into like not running smoothly. And so they're getting my bum of the week. And that was just egregious how long they made us wait out there.
Yeah. We had some cruisers, swing by. They were ready to set up and go on time, and this was her first time there, and she was like, "Are they always this late?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
I think I'm having some audio issues.
I think that's all of us. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Do the people listening? JT, if you're still in the comments, do we sound like robots, or is it just us? All right, we just gotta end it. Should we just thank everybody?
Yeah, I think we gotta thank everyone.
I mean, we can't. Yeah, it sounds like Darth Vader's in here. It sounds like it sounds terrible.
Oh, wait, now I think we're good now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it sounds
sound
better
good now. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
I was prematurely ejected.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, what do you got?
I'll start with my MVP. MVP, as usual for me, consensus. Anytime we finish tequila Comiskey, whiskey Comiskey, thank you everyone who comes out. Thank you everyone who supports. Thank you every sponsor. Thank you to the Love family for coming and help set up, break down. You guys are ride or die for us. We love you so much. So again, we got one more to go in September, and hopefully some more playoff tailgates. That's the plan, hopefully. But MVP to all of you for always showing so much love, buying T-shirts and supporting everybody that comes from all of our sponsors too. Thank you guys so much for all that. It really does mean a lot. And like I said at the beginning of the show, some folks, this is the first time that they've come out, and now they're thirsting for the next one. So we love to see it. We love to keep growing the community. So we thank them. Second MVP, I got to shout out Hermano Jose and Steph. I got to hang out with them for a couple nights last week. Love you guys so much. Hope to see you again next month. Peek behind the curtain. We'll see. Don't know. So those are my MVPs. Peter, you are going to put something on the screen for my bum of the week. Short story. So another hermano Jose and his beautiful family, big bum supporters that come to our tailgates, their daughter was celebrating her birthday. So Sandy ran to Target on Friday and wanted to pick her out something nice. And she's going down, strolling down the toy aisle at a local Target. And what does she see? This. She was dumbfounded. She calls me right away, FaceTimes me. She says, I cannot believe what I'm looking at. I'm like, this is not in the toy aisle. No way. And she's like, no, it is. I'm like, no. Long story short, there is an action figure doll, whatever you want to call, from, I guess, a show or a company called Buttface. And there's a character called Chester Cheeks. He's wearing some headphones like Peter's got on today that is showing off.
What the hell?
It's but this toy is absolutely obnoxious. And even the box art, this is not for children. It's telling you to stretch it, squeeze it, jiggle it. I mean, I even feel dirty even saying that. I'm going to confession on Friday. And what does this other box art say? Dropping beats and jiggling cheeks. I mean, seriously.
That's me.
That is. They stole you. They stole your line, Jay.
This is all
that
the
is
bums.
literally me.
This is all the bums rolled into one. Is basically what this is.
Exactly. But long story short, I mean, they got it printed on the box. This is for ages 4 and above. I'm sorry. I wouldn't let my nephew have this. I told Sandy, stay away from that aisle. Never go down that aisle at Target ever again. Go find that Hello Kitty, which he did. But yeah, this brand, they just started. I did a little bit of research. This just launched at Walmart, Amazon, and Target just a few months ago, and they're already getting, backlash. I think even overseas, they made them change the packaging for this. But how they even get through that far, how many of these
That's
are
crazy.
actually selling, I don't know. But yeah, they're my bum of the week. You can't be doing that for the kids.
Jason, how many beers? Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Also, I'm just gonna throw it out there. And if you know, you know. Rule 34.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, no, pass on that. Pass.
All right, Peter, what do you got?
Who's left? I'll thank everybody, right? Significant others, as always. They are out there sweating at the tailgates, just like we are, setting up, breaking down. So we got to shout out, Missy and Johnny for picking up the sandwiches, and, Julie for, helping me out, Sarah for helping you out, Jason, Sandy and Mary. Always, it takes a team effort. So I am always going to thank the significant others for all of the help and support for the Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates. Obviously, I've been pounding Sun Cruisers. I was never a premix cocktail guy or like seltzers or anything like that. The amount of, I don't want to say hype, but like I feel like everyone was really excited that Sun Cruiser was there, and then Sun Cruiser was very excited that they were there. It couldn't have gone better for their first time at Whiskey at Comiskey. So I want to thank them specifically. My bum of the week is something I didn't have on the graphic, Jason, or on the Excel spreadsheet. It's mosquitoes, man. Holy, I don't know what's happening. Like I work outside. I know it's because of the, extra rain that we've been getting and stuff like that. I'm getting chewed up. Left and right. My legs and arms feel like it's a war zone. Would not recommend. So I feel like it's gonna look good on the end of the year graphic, but mosquitoes this year are sons of bitches.
I thought somebody already had mosquitoes on there.
Did they? Maybe it too. But
I'm
this
looking,
week,
no, it was last week.
It was.
I've been scratching. Yeah. I've been scratching so much. They say don't scratch. I don't care. Oh, maybe Sam Ass did it on his ass show. I didn't know they were still doing that, JT.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take us home here. MVBs, everyone, what you already said, everyone who helped, who came by, the sponsors, vendors, like, we love you guys. Thank you. We can't do this without you. We could, but we'd be very much more broke than we already are. So thank you to our tremendous sponsors, and obviously Jim at JP Graziano's. We love you. My bum of the week, and maybe he's kind of a bum, and maybe he's my MVB too, but Jeffrey Yan, you premature jumping motherfucker. Because if you saw Friday night, he did his little fucking jump at a ball. He did his little celebration dance. If you don't know, he's the Mets pitcher who's the Martin Gramatica of baseball nowadays. But doesn't celebrate a win, doesn't celebrate getting that lockdown save. No. He celebrates strikeouts, every strikeout. And he did a little premature celebration. And you know what? Bum of the week for you, and also MVB for being shitty enough to give up a home run to our boys to walk it off. I think that's kind of like sweet poetic justice, right? You premature celebrate, and then you take the L like a couple pitches later. So, I think if anything we learned from history, don't be like the Gramatica brothers. Don't celebrate, because he gets some height on his jumps, and he's going to come down on that ankle wrong one day, and he's going to be out for the season, just like Martin Gramatica broke his tibia or some shit from celebrating, and he was done. So, yeah, bum of the week, but also MVP. So thank you for getting in your own head.
I like it.
And that's it. Super chat to see Bubbleguts HBC replicate that jump. I don't think you want to do that.
If you jump right now, how bad would you think it'll be?
It might be bad.
Right,
I might be Jose Abreu.
That's on the show before then.
Yeah.
Be
All right. Thanks to everyone who liked, who commented, super chatted. We appreciate you all. We'll be back next week on this episode of BumCast. Until then, have a great week. Go Sox. Bear down, baby.